Good evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for Monday, December 2nd, 2013. And of course, we're in December, and I like to change my set monthly, so you have a different month to, something different to look at for 30 or 31 days. But we're also changing some of the way we're doing the readings, in that I'm going to shuffle live, which I'm doing right now. I usually shuffle before. If you go back and look at my other readings, I am usually shuffling before we turn the cameras on, and I go from there. But now we're going to shuffle fresh, so you get a little more intimacy, seeing what's going on immediately. And we're going to pull the cards. What I'm going to pull is the first card is going to be the main card of the reading, and we're going to follow by the two kind of qualifier cards that help add, definition to the main card. So that's how we're going to do things from now on, well, for this month. And please comment and let me know how you like it and what we're doing, making things better or worse, what you might like to see. That's important to me to hear from you guys, so thank you again. And here we go. The cards won't be showing up in the inset box this time, but I will be showing to the camera. And we'll work on that throughout the month. But we're going to just cut the deck and see what our main card is today. And our main card up is the Seven of Swords, which I'm going to hold in front of me right here, Seven of Swords. And let's get going with that. That's our main card. That is usually about carrying away burdens and taking away burdens after a battle. Though there are some left behind. If you see the Seven of Swords, he's got 5 of the swords, but 2 are left behind. Sometimes that's remaining as far as couples are concerned. It's that you 2 remain as a couple, or there's just 1 or 2 problems, or a smaller percentage of the battles are yet to be won or not going to be carried away. So it's not the cleanest ending of things, if that were that. But our qualifier cards are, on the one side, the Hermit, which is always a great card, in that it requires separation and consideration. And the Hermit is basically the card of December. It's the end of the year, it's the final leg of the journey of the year, but also it's about getting away and quiet and reflecting, as opposed to being, it's sort of reflecting at the end of the story as opposed to celebrating the beginning of the story. But our other qualifier card is the Knight of Rods, which is interesting because we had the Page of Rods yesterday, and so that's a progression right there. Which is growing responsibility and growing knowledge, but also getting a little more forcefully involved in your own work and your own life and making things happen. So we have the Hermit, which is like saying, hey, back up, retreat, but don't go so far away that you're gone. It's not about leaving. So there's a lot of things in this read about sticking around and finishing situations that are problematic, but understanding you're not going to end them completely. So with that, we're starting on a Monday. I think it's Cyber Monday, whatever term they made up for one of these shopping days in this month of shopping and spending. It's saying, you're not done with the year. You still have things to finish, battles to fight. Besides battles to fight, you have issues to take care of today. And maybe you have 2 choices: either get into it, really get in there, do a hard work twice as hard and fix it. That would be the Knight of Rods energy. Or walk away from it and leave it and retreat and figure out what you could do better next year. Right now, because we are in December at the end of the year here, we're really getting into a mode where a lot of these problems have to be looked at as unsolvable. And I won't call them failures, but you have to look at them as, this is what happened. This is the outcome of what happened this year. And then we get ready, as we get ready for next year, look at them as things you might want to fix for next year. So with that, that's today's reading. It's a little, I won't call it forbidding or foreboding, but it's a little bit of a warning in that you either got to work really hard in these next 28, 29 days and fix these problems before this year's out, or accept that you fixed most of them this year and you've had a pretty good year, you have a high percentage of success over failure, which is great. Or you have to retreat, pull back, become the Hermit, and figure out how you can not have these problems next year. So this is a day of contemplation, not so much about fixing, but about making a plan about that. So take the day, consider what we've told you today. We will be here again tomorrow. Well, I'll be here. I don't know about we. I can't tell about all you people, but I'm glad to have you there one way or another at any time you read me or watch my readings. And I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, I remain yours in magic, Joe Netherworld.